This video is a postscript to the series of videos on how you can use the grid component to create a store finder application, and in that series of videos we showed how you could use the grid component to build an application that looked like this, but we didn't show how you could actually style the grid part of the component so that the list of records found looked a little bit like it does in this application over here. So when we left off on the last video, the grid part looked like this over here, a standard grid, but you can see in this example over here we've now styled the grid so that the grid looks more similar to the sample application that we were trying to indicate that you could build in the grid. So what I want to discuss in this video is how we went from this standard grid layout over here to this layout over here, which is also just a grid component. So let's take a look at how we actually did that. So first let's go to fields, and you can see here that for the first field what we've gone and done is we've said that there's a freeform template, and then all of the other fields over here you can see that we've checked the hide column property. So every one of these fields is hidden, and the only column that is displayed is the column for this distance from center field, and then we've gone into the freeform template over here. So we've said it has a freeform template, and then here's the freeform template editor, and what we've created over here is a table control that has two columns, column 1 and column 2. In the left hand column we've put the image, which is the image that matches the image in the search part after you do a search. And then in the right hand column basically we have a single cell over here. We've put the name of the airport, and we've put that inside bold tags. Then we've put a BR to move to the next line. Then we've put the airport code and ID on the next line, and then followed by a BR, and then city, country and state on the third line. So you can see here we have a single column here with two columns of data, column 1 in the table, and then there's column 2 in the table. Then we've also turned off column titles and the message indicating how many records were found, and we've also turned off the row navigator at the bottom, and then we've also turned off the ability to hover over the row and highlight the row, and we've also turned off the row selector. So let's go look at those properties right now. So starting at the top here, you can see here that let's scroll down. We've said that there are no titles, so we've turned that off. Navigation bar, we've turned that off as well. Then what we've done over here is we've turned off highlight row on hover, and we've turned off highlight row on select, and we've also turned off the row selector column over there, and then finally this is how we turned off the total records message. We've gone there and said that there are no messages in the grid. So that shows you how easy it is to take a default looking grid, which is just rows and columns of data, as you see in this example over here, and by using freeform layouts create a much more structured, a much more freeform layout that approximates the look in the sample application that we're targeting in this video. Thanks very much.